Jay Horowitz, the latest edition of the Amazing Mets Alumni Podcast. My special guest this week is the great Johan Santana. Do you know what? The first time I heard your name, I hated you. You know why?
Why?
We sign you or trade for you February 2nd, 2008. My press guy was already done. Omar called me, said, we got a great addition to the team, but your press guy doesn't make it anymore. So I had to take 4 guys out of the press guide, put you in. So we had 2 Cy Youngs, triple crown of pitching, a couple of All-Star games, a Gold Glove, a lot of good stuff. You made my life miserable for a week. I was late with my press guy because of you.
Yeah, but Jay, that's a good problem to have.
It was a good
problem.
problem.
I'm pretty sure you had a great time trying to set up everything again, and nothing wrong with that.
No, so you traded 4 guys. You signed at that time the top contract of any pitcher, come from Minnesota, no disrespect to Minnesota, not the media capital of the world. How much pressure did you feel coming to New York at that time?
No, I was excited, Jay, because I had an opportunity to come in and help a team that was this close to go all the way. So when we decided to come here, we had a pretty good idea what we wanted, and why, we wanted to come here. We felt at the time that this team was a couple pieces away from winning it all, and I felt that I was one of them, and that's the reason why we came here.
Did you ask anybody for advice on how to handle the media, or just did it on your own? Did you make any calls to anybody, or you just got here and
No, we had a team with my agent, and we have Chris Leibel, one of my agents that we always talk about it. We had a couple friends, Jose Reyes was one of them, that we talk about a few things and getting to know the whole thing. Yeah, of course, the way Minnesota was not even close to what New York was in talking about the media. I remember when I got here the first time, we're talking about maybe hundreds of reporters, where in Minnesota you only had a couple, few, not that many, but it's the same. You stand up, you answer questions, and that's about it. The quicker and the short answer you give, the quicker you get out. So that's basically how I do.
We'll get to know him a little while. I want to talk about 2 games at the end of 2008. You pitch a complete game, I think, to beat the Cubs, 125 pitches, and a short while later, you pitch 8 innings on 3 days rest on a bad knee, which had surgery for that year. Do you remember those? I mean, unfortunately, we fell a little short in 2008, but you really stepped up that year. 16-7, over 200 strikeouts, great ERA. I mean, it was a great first year.
And again, that's the reason why we came here, to help this team win and to go all the way. Yeah, I remember those games. I remember I had a meniscus tear in my left knee, but when I took the field, I didn't think about it. I just wanted to compete and then give my team a chance to win and see if we can make it to the next level. And unfortunately, it didn't happen, but my mentality here, every time I took the mound, was to go out there and give a team a chance.
The days of a starting pitcher throwing 125 pitches are over. Agree? No more?
I don't know. I think the way everything is structured now is totally different than what it was in the past. I mean, I believe that in evolution, things change, but you have to settle everything currently to game situations. So I don't know. Maybe we don't see those anymore. In the future, it might change. It's changing for sure. Pitch count, but the way everything is matched up is different. But the game still, you have to play. You have to throw. You have to catch. You have to run. You have to hit. The game itself, the essence of the game hasn't changed.
I remember I called you in Spain. And you had found out the night before about the combined no-hitter. You had said to me, you think the combined no-hitters may be a thing of the future? It's going to happen more and more because of the way baseball is structured?
I think so. I mean, you've seen it already that combined no-hitters are going to be part of the game from now on. And then it will be a matter of time when those single performances will be gone. I don't know if forever, but they'll be gone, and they'll become I mean, they're rare. They were rare then, but they will be more rare in the future for sure.
So, unfortunately, in the end of 2009, the injuries, the elbow, a couple of capsules, and then jump ahead to 2012. You missed the whole 2011 season, and on the 11th start of 2012, you pitched a no-hitter. I mean, did that come out of the blue for you? I mean, you really were out all year. This is your 11th start. To be able to pitch a no-hitter under those circumstances.
You get into a role when you playing, when you pitching, and I found that rhythm where we were competing and we were trying to stay within contention, and me and RA were doing, the whole pitching staff were doing a great job keeping everything right there, and it just happened. There's no way I will show up at the ballpark saying that I was gonna throw a no-hitter tonight. It's not how it works. You feel good, you're ready to go, but you might throw first pitch and you give up a base hit, and there goes the no-no, and you still throw a shutout. So for me, it was something that we just build it up as we were going to, but the whole situation as we approached that season, I think that's what took us into that type of game.
How does it make you feel? You had great success in Minnesota, like the 2 Cy Youngs, triple crown pitching. You'll forever be known as the first Mets pitcher to pitch a complete game shutout. And it's going to make you feel good that no matter what happens in the future, you'll be number one.
Oh, 100%. That's one of the things that I'm very proud of, that we were able to accomplish. And I say we because we did it as a team, because even though I didn't have my best stuff that night, we were able to accomplish something together, that everything has to go close to perfect, in order to keep everything intact and trying to accomplish a no-hitter. So it definitely makes me feel really good that we always did the first one.
Talk about your career. You really, people might know you were a Rule 5 draft by the Twins. The Astros let you go. Looking back on your career, what you've accomplished, considering Rule 5 guy, it's a pretty good career, don't you think?
I started with nothing, Jay. And we worked my way up, and I appreciate everything we have. I met wonderful people that helped me a lot throughout my whole career. When I started in winter ball all the way up to the big leagues, and I really appreciate. I had nothing else but appreciation for everything they did for me, and I have a wonderful family, and everything we have is because of the game of baseball.
Yeah, 61 games over 500, like a little over 3 ERA. Even what happened the last couple of years, your accomplishment is really remarkable. What you accomplished.
I had a wonderful career. The most important thing for me is that I had a great time. Unfortunately, it didn't go the way a lot of people wanted.
Right.
But every time I took the mound, I gave everything I have, and I don't regret anything. I worked myself out to help my team every time I took the mound, and I enjoy every single game I pitch.
People always say the public theory is, well, if he had come out and didn't throw 134 pitches that night, maybe could have kept pitching longer. But you, in all the times I've speak to you, never had any regrets about anything, right? You always left it on the field. There's no way you come in that game, no matter what would happen. So you have no regrets about it.
No, Jay. It's again, it was a game situation. Everybody look at the no-hitter as the game that took me out of the game, but I don't see it like that. I pitched a couple games after that, but I was coming up from surgery. It was a pretty rare surgery. It was not a regular injury that you see. It was not a Tommy John and any of that stuff. We're talking about ligament that you don't replace on the shoulder. So it was a lot of question marks around the whole thing. So as we were approaching the whole season, we watch everything. I didn't feel 100% when I came back, and I still battled through it. I told my doctors and everybody, I still feel loose, and then we were getting the whole feedback, from my shoulder, and then I heard it again, and then that second time through, when they had the second surgery, I felt much better than the first one. But then I tried to make my comeback, and that's when I tore my Achilles, and then from there everything just disappeared.
That's what I do. So after 2013, we were no longer met, and you keep trying. You had another capsule, Achilles, hurt your toe. After all that you accomplished, what made you keep going? You wanted to try and find a way to get back.
I wanted, because I didn't want people to remember me as just an injury. I wanted to finish my career, my own terms, and then see my family and my son see me throwing that last pitch, and that's actually basically what it was. At that point, I felt so relieved that I did everything I could to come back, and there was always something. And then at that point, maybe that was a sign that I just.
I mean, Achilles had to be a killer. If you come back from the two capsules, after all of that, you get the Achilles.
Yeah, because my shoulder at the time felt so good, and I was like, I never feel this good in my last, 3 years at that time, that I felt like everything was compact, and intact in there, and I was like, now I think everything is in place, and then out of nowhere, I just tore my Achilles, and that was the end of it.
Your son's going to throw out a first pitch tonight. How growing up, he was a little guy when you said he had to make you feel he's going to take the man you took and throw the ball tonight.
Oh, it's great. It's something I'm looking forward to. Just for him to step on the mound and do it for me, it's going to be fun. It's definitely an experience that I want him to have and to enjoy, because we have an opportunity to come back into New York after 10 years. Basically.
You haven't been back since then, haven't you?
I've been here a couple times in New York, in the city, doing a couple things, but I never been back actually on the field. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Talk about the other Johan, the benevolent Johan. 2006, you start your foundation. I was actually there to Tovar. What I remember about my trip, I had a hot dog with potato chips.
Yeah.
That was a great hot dog with potatoes.
That's how we make it over
it
there.
Was I think I might have had two of them, to be honest with you.
You tell the truth. You know how many you have?
Maybe three.
Yeah.
Four?
Tell the truth. Because I know everything it's about you.
Yeah, we had a great time.
You had a lot of them.
We had a great dinner. Was a concert. I forget it.
We were doing we have a few artists that perform. We at the time we were with Malta Regional, which is a company, a soft-drink company in Venezuela that we partnered up, and we used to hand out over 10,000 presents and gifts for kids in
Christmas time, right?
In Christmas, and we had a great relationship.
One of your best gifts, I know you got a couple of fire trucks for your town in Tovar, right? I mean,
yeah, there's a lot of needs over there, So every time you have an opportunity to give back, we give back. Now we still, last year we had some mudslides and stuff, and affect the site where we have the ballpark where we were building the ballpark. So I'm going back next month, and hopefully I get to see the whole thing, see where we at, and see if we can finish the whole thing.
Go back to you coach a little bit now. What you do to keep busy?
Well, basically, what I'm doing right now, I'm coaching middle school baseball.
You were strict coach, strict manager.
I don't know, Jay. The reason why I'm doing it because Junior, is doing baseball at school, and then I said there's only one person can get me back into the game.
Your son.
And that was him. So he asked me if I could help the team. And then and I'm doing it middle school level.
Man.
Okay.
Do they know who you are? Do they know what you accomplished, or you? I mean,
at the beginning, no.
Yeah.
No, but then Fran Turco, which is the director, the sport director for school who play in the minor leagues, he asked me for many years to help him out. And I said, Frank, I'm taking my time here. I'm home with my kids and family. And then until Johan Jr. got into the whole thing, and he's like, yeah, now we got you. So he actually told the kids who I was and everything, and they did their homework. Yeah. The following day, when we were doing the whole thing, they knew the whole thing about me.
Take a quick David Wright story. David's got 3 young kids. He was coaching one of his daughters, and he was talking before a game, and a woman who was coaching the other team said, do you involved with baseball at all? David, like I do.
Yeah.
Well, I dabbled a little bit. Maybe 7 All-Star games. And,
yeah.
He let the woman talk about all the stuff she did. He never once said, what he did, but that's what you did.
Yeah.
Listen, you gave me a night thrill that night, and Mets fans, you'll always be a part of Mets history, and I'm glad we're able to stay in touch and get you back here. But you'll be back for Old Timers game in August.
Anytime, Jay. I'll be more than happy. You call me, I'll be there.
Yeah, you were.
Somehow we'll come back, and I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, I track you down in Spain. I always, I'll find you.
I don't know if you guys know, who he is and how he does all his things. But Jay is the kind of guy that he's gonna call you at least 30 times a day, okay, to make sure you say yes, sir, and then yes or no. How many emails you send every day?
A friend of mine named it says I have OCD. I don't know what the hell that means, but I guess I must have it. So,
well, you know, Jay, you call me 30 times a day
you picked up
for the last month, and you send me like 10 emails every day.
Well, you know what? Well,
and we're here.
You're here. Have a good night. I'm sure the fans will enjoy meeting you tonight again. And thank you. Pleasure to be a friend.
It's always good to see you, my man. You take care, amigo.
Thank you, my friend. Thanks.
You got it.